The fog has lifted, and at last oh god, turn the lights off, it's too early for that shit!
Me, as a college student, as all college students.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's all college students.
There is a strange principle in which a student will not move unless acted upon by a large enough source of panic.
Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch on campus. So, we have now all witnessed the return of Best Disney Princess.
Yeesh.
Yes? Question mark?
She is the best Disney princess.
What do you mean, yes, question mark? Rapunzel is the best Disney princess.
Well, in the original movie, yes, but I feel like they may have toned her down a bit for this movie.
Well, I mean, her hyperactive energy, sorta, I suppose. But I can't really say anything else about her's been toned down. I mean, she crushed an old lady's spine with a bear hug. She gives bear hugs. Not even Anna gave bear hugs.
Yeah. I have to say, this movie had good elements. It had great elements. But on a whole, I didn't really like it.
Really?
Yep.
I loved it.
I liked it, though. I just feel like Rapunzel herself was sort of the weakest aspect of it. But I loved Eugene and Cassandra. I thought they were amazing.
Eugene was on point with this. I'm sorry for using that phrase. But yeah, Eugene was definitely my favorite character in this, with Cassandra being a close second.
You don't need to keep secrets. Rapunzel, it's your mother. Hide your hair, woman. You gotta hide your hair.
And like the whole way that he was dealing with everything throughout it, from his proposal getting turned down to figuring out what's going on with her, to like balancing being understanding and like, don't hide secrets from me, I need to know what's going on. He was wonderful.
Not a big fan of Cassandra.
You'll probably like her more once you get into the actual series. But yeah, this was just sort of an okay first outing for her.
Yeah, this is all first impressions based on the movie. So yeah, I haven't actually seen the series aside from a few clips I've seen on YouTube. I want to do the first drafts of the In a Minute blind, because that's how I get the best In a Minutes. Cassandra's an alright character. There's nothing great about her. It's kind of looking like, at least to me, that she's going to turn out to be this series Amethyst.
No. She already has enough personality established, and she's a much better character. I think the movie was focusing more on establishing her entertainment value, like her snark, her capability, her fighting skills and survival skills and all that. And then later we'll get more in depth with her and more emotional moments and stuff.
Yeah, the movie is more about Rapunzel and her dad and Eugene.
Oh gosh, her dad. We'll get to him.
But Cassandra herself is all right. My favorite scene with her is when she opens up the cupboard and reveals all the weapons, and Rapunzel goes, "Whoa, where's the war?"
Eugene echoes that phrase later on.
Yeah.
Where's the war? While you were off being heterosexual, I was studying the blade.
I also like how she can give Eugene snark right back at him. That's an interesting and fun dynamic.
See, I suppose this is kind of the problem I have with Cassandra, is because I actually really like Eugene, and Cassandra's very diametrically opposed to Eugene. And they're trying to make another snarker, but we already had one in Eugene. Like, Eugene had all the dry wit in the world, to the point where Disney cloned him 3 times with Kristoff, Nick Wilde, and what's his name, Maui. Like, they nailed Eugene so well that Disney's been using him in every movie now.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. They've kind of like they're getting a lot better writing modern male characters.
Yeah, Disney princes. Disney princes were always a little more than a plot device, weren't they?
Yeah, I would say that they're getting good at writing both the prince and the princess characters, but I do kind of worry about how the male character is always the smart-ass one these days. I mean, it's funny, but...
it kind of does fall into the trappings of, like, the male character always, like, hides his feelings and can't be emotional. Like, they're getting away from, like, the whole, like, macho hero saving the day thing, but it's like they're going from one male stereotype into another.
I don't think that's necessarily their thing with male characters, so much as it is their supporting characters. When you've got a two character setup like Anna and Kristoff, or Rapunzel and Eugene, or Moana and Maui, the supporting character is generally playing the role of, well, for lack of a better word, straight man. And so that's the role that is generally following along behind, especially Disney, who's getting really meta. That's the one that's following behind, just snarking at everything. Like, if you start singing, I'm gonna throw up. No, sorry, boys. I don't sing.
Yeah, but the supporting character has always been the male. Like, Nick Wilde was going to be the protagonist of Zootopia, but then they swapped him out for Judy because audiences responded to her peppy optimism better.
Yeah, but I'm saying is that the idea that they're moving from one male stereotype to another just seems like an unintended side effect of the way they would normally set up a cast regardless of gender.
Yeah, I just hope that they're mindful of it so it doesn't become a pattern.
Well, it seems they are with Eugene, because Eugene is, like, fucking super empathetic now.
That is true. I like how he processes everything and comes to conclusions in the middle of, like, this panicky monologue. It's like that scene in Order of the Phoenix when Hermione's outlining all of Cho Chang's feelings, and Ron's like, no one person can feel all of that at once, they'll explode.
I'm not freaking out. Are you freaking out? I'm just worried about your hair and the magical qualities it possesses. How long has it been doing that exactly?
Yeah.
Why are they smiling at me? Eugene was just a big clown in the movie, and he's still that way now. Zachary Levi's got a fucking wonderful energy when it comes to voice acting.
Oh, yeah, and another thing that I really like about the movie, probably my favorite thing about the movie, is that the way it portrays modern relationships and how two people can love each other, might not necessarily be on the same page, but they talk it out, and, like, it's okay to be unsure or to want something but not yet, and to still want to do your own thing before getting married or during marriage or whatever. Like, it's usually seen as like, oh, you're so terrible for not saying yes immediately and wanting to do your own thing. But in this relationship, they're both like, okay, I don't know what was going on, but, you know, you can take your time to figure out what you want and what you need, and as long as we love each other, we'll stay together no matter what.
I think they really nailed that with Rapunzel's face when Eugene's proposing to Rapunzel, and she's like about to burst out with happiness, and then she starts thinking for a minute, and it's like, oh wait. It's like, yes, but no, but yes. It's like, I want to eat all this ice cream, but I'll get sick. I love touches like that. I love it when they convey so much with, like, a single facial expression or a single line of dialogue.
Oh, just talking about the facial expressions. The animation in this movie, in this series, is gorgeous. Like, holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been behind the scenes. I've been gushing about it for a while, which anyone would know is very strange with me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I wasn't expecting it to be much, given the art style that I saw. Like, oh, I wonder how much they can do with that. They went all out with that. Like, everything is stylized and everything is done well within that style.
It looks like it was all, like, hand-painted or hand-drawn.
Hold the phone a second. You are concerned about how much they could do with that particular art style when this is a fucking Disney show. You what? You what, mate?
Zane, back me up here. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I mean, I guess it's just that I've seen so many different art styles that if you showed me a picture of something and told me it could be animated, I'd believe it.
Yeah, like, I guess what I mean is, I wasn't sure how much you could do with that art style. And they just really, I knew they'd do well. I just didn't know how, like, what the limitations of that art style was. But they blew it out of the water.
See, the thing is, when you're just looking at a picture of something that isn't moving, you're not going to be able to tell, like, how well it's going to be animated. Like, remember back when Equestria Girls was first announced, and then all we had was just that one picture of the main six just standing there with their hands up. And it's like, people were asking, well, how the hell is that going to look in animation? And it looked really good when it came out. It's the same sort of mindset here. You don't really know how it's going to look when it's put into motion. But once it is, it looks great.
I guess, but the thing is, the Equestria movie was out by the time I'd heard about it, and the friend who told me about it explained it as like a live action movie where all the actresses were painted the color of the characters. At least that's the way that she explained it to me. So when I actually saw it, like, oh, this is a lot better. So I never saw that one image that everyone talks about until I heard everyone talking about it. And for this, like, I never saw a still image of it. I just saw clips of animation from the trailer.
When Equestria Girls was first announced, it had a promo picture of all of the main six models standing there doing the same pose.
I know.
And it got heavily fucking criticized for basically making everyone look the same. It's kind of it was in the same vein as the same face arguments from modern Disney movies, wherein when you've got characters who are stood stock still, doing a marketing pose, yeah, they look identical. Once they're actually in motion, they do not. I think body language is, like, the single most important thing in animation.
Yeah, but you also have to make sure that characters have different silhouettes, and like I said, I had already seen the image.
Yeah, they do a lot with the hair and the posture to make the silhouettes look different. Oh, God.
What?
Oh, just, thinking about, hair, movement, and posture to convey differences of body type, and then just immediately I thought, oh, right, Daji. Anyway, moving back to Tangled.
Yeah, speaking of hair.
Yeah, it's always been, I just know when I start talking about this series, people are going to say it's really weird to hear me talking about animation, because I'm usually in the core working the story and theme elements to death.
Yeah. It will be interesting to see how they tackle the concept of the hair, like understanding it, like just how it came to be, because I think that's the angle they're going for.
I saw one clip from the first episode where Cassandra takes Rapunzel to a friend to study the hair, and he shows them a machine, a very strange machine, and that the idea is to strap Rapunzel into it to study the hair. Cassandra goes, Raps, are you sure about this? And then she looks to her left and Rapunzel's gone. It's like, Rapunzel? And she's already in the machine like, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, God. Like, yeah, Rapunzel has not lost her energy at all. It's fucking great. But yeah, it does seem like, especially considering that she touched this rock and it made a bunch of spikes show up, and that's when her hair grew back. They're going somewhere with this, and they're probably going to do the Star versus the Forces of Evil thing, where it steadily gets more and more important as time goes on, but it's better because they established it right away.
Yeah, plus in that promo thing, we got a clip of Mother Gothel in a dream.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah. She probably understood how the hair flower magic worked better than anyone, but you can't ask her about it because she's dead.
Oopsie doodles.
Like, so dead.
Yeah, they're hinting at a connection between Mother Gothel and the rocks, the shark rocks.
Well, Donna Murphy is cast as a recurring character, so she is going to appear more than once. I don't think they would go to all the trouble of designing a character model for Mother Gothel if they weren't going to use it more than once. That's a pre-production nightmare. That's something you only do in, like, the second or third season. I'm one of those people who really just can't decide whether short brown-haired Rapunzel or long blonde-haired Rapunzel is better. They're both very cute.
I like the long blonde hair better.
I definitely think it's really pretty when she braids it all up, and it's still like ankle length.
It does seem like there's more emphasis put on Rapunzel's face when she has short hair. I don't know. It's something about the two differences is very It's very. I can't put my finger on it, but there's always something different about each one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, also, Rapunzel tamed a wolf. Rapunzel Fluttershyed a wolf.
I thought it was more Pocahontas style.
Was it Snow White that had, like, all the animals following her around everywhere?
Her and Cinderella.
Yeah.
Ah.
I got more of that feeling then.
I remember Zachary Levi said the only reason he actually took the job as Eugene, was because he wanted to be in Kingdom Hearts.
Really?
Really?
Oh my god. That's wonderful.
That's how you know he's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a fanboy.
He said it in an interview, and it's been on the TV tropes page for Tangled ever since. He wanted to be in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my god, he's gonna have an ascended fanboy piece.
Yeah, remember, there's a Tangled world in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's gonna be cool.
I hope there's like a behind the scenes clip of him just getting giddy as he steps into the recording booth.
Yeah, it's just gonna be, he's gonna look over to Nomura and it's like, can I say the thing? It's like, yeah. Sora, Donald, Goofy!
No regrets.
Oh, that's gonna be delightful. That is gonna be so delightful.
He's probably gonna get to say it anyway.
I'll bet you anything that if Square is thinking of not including Eugene as part of the Tangled world, Disney will just step in and go, you what? Because they've done stuff like that before. Like there's no Gaston in Beast's castle.
I'm still waiting for it.
No one fights like Zaldin, steals spotlight like Zaldin. No one cheap shots you when you're low life like Zaldin. So anyway, going back to Tangled and getting off this Kingdom Hearts tangent.
I did not like the king in this.
Oh, I didn't like the king either. I think I make several jokes in the upcoming in a minute.
It's just the whole cliche, like, oh, I'm so overprotective of my daughter, but it's because I want to keep her safe thing. And like, I know that it's setting up for a thing in the series where at the end he's like, yeah, you're not allowed to go outside the castle unsupervised. But it's so cliche. It's so overdone. Disney writing is so much better than that.
Oh, it's not just cliche and overdone. It's father knows best. Listen to your father. It's a scary world out there.
Yep, it's that all over again. She's gone from being trapped in one tower to being trapped in another. She's moved sideways.
Yeah, it makes the whole ending of the movie so fucking bittersweet. Like, why did we go through all that? We're just stuck in the same place. Like, God, you dumb, stupid fucking king, you don't know how to parent. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense that he doesn't know how to parent. He only just became one.
Yeah, she's at that age that I know all too well, where she's an adult, but she still has teen in her age, so everyone treats her like both.
But the thing that really distracted me about the king is that he's voiced by Clancy Brown, and I've heard way too many Clancy Brown roles that I just can't unhear it.
Who's Clancy Brown?
He voiced Lex Luthor for like 10 years.
Never heard of him.
You haven't? Oh.
Wait. Fuck, that's the one from the animated series, isn't it?
Yeah.
The one who looks like The Rock.
Yes.
Oh my god. Dwayne Johnson playing Lex Luthor.
Be a hell of a lot better than what we got.
I do have to say, the mom, the queen, was really good.
Oh yeah, mothers in Disney movies are generally good. Stepmothers not so much.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, the whole evil stepmother thing happened because the original stories, well, like the later versions of the fairy tale stories, they felt that to have an evil mother would be too dark, like it would freak kids too much. It would freak them out too much to see a mother being evil to her child, so they made it a stepmother. But yeah, like, the queen was like, yeah, this is your destiny, no getting out of that, but it's up to you what kind of queen you want to be. It's like that episode of Star versus the Forces of Evil. There's still choice in there, there's limitations, but there's always choice. I feel like that's a really good lesson.
I like how there's this very subtle hint of the queen's attitude toward the king just being an eye-rolling fuck off. It's like, we need to protect Rapunzel. Oh, for the love of God, this shit again. Like, she's just heard him rant and rave for years about how if they ever get their daughter back, she's going to be guarded 24/7. And it's just, at this point, it's just like, oh my God, I get it. You're very scared about losing Rapunzel again. Just shut up.
Like, that's a great recipe to go from her getting kidnapped to her running away.
Great plan, honey. We just got her back. Let's make her run away. Fuck. I just like the idea. I don't know. I'm already building a headcanon where just everyone's rolling their eyes at the king who's trying really hard to be a tough guy. I will crack down on crime. Okay, Your Majesty. He's like Disney's Peter Griffin.
It did sort of unnerve me a bit to hear what he did like immediately after Rapunzel was kidnapped. Like he got so aggressive with guarding the kingdom that he was throwing people into the dungeon for the most petty crimes. I thought, dude.
Hey, he built that fucking wall.
Yeah.
That should already tell you what kind of king this is.
Yeah, I do have to say, I know that they couldn't avoid it, but it's just weird to have the king and queen talking at all, because one of the most standout moments in the original film was that they didn't talk, but they still conveyed so much emotion. Like when she's straightening his medallion before the lantern thing and he's crying, and when they finally meet Rapunzel again and they hug, and she like peers up at her dad and he's just so overwhelmed and happy.
Yeah, that was great.
And then he had to open his mouth.
Yeah. All the problems in this movie, well, most of them happened because the king just had to open his mouth.
Hi, Dad. Shut up, Rapunzel. I'm just going to be making Peter Griffin jokes for the whole series.
I mean, at least he cares. I mean, he's caring in a destructive and very bad way, but at least he cares.
Yeah, it is funny how, what was that episode? It was a season 4 episode of MLP. Some Pony to Watch Over Me. How at the end, everybody criticized Applejack for giving Apple Bloom more freedom for almost getting herself killed because she proved that she could handle herself out there. In this case, the king does this still unreasonable, but still more sensible option of, yeah, this only proves my point. The world is frickin' dangerous for you. You're staying here. You didn't prove shit to me.
The echoes of Mother Gothel are fucking creepy. I'm honestly, like, it's so cliche that I have to wonder if the writers are just deliberately doing this. Like, hey, I know it's cliche, but what if the king echoes Mother Gothel with every word he speaks?
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they're actually setting up like a confrontation between the king and Gothel whenever she ends up showing up again. And is like, you're no better than me.
Oh, I hope that line is never delivered. Oh, fucking Christ. I am so sick of what makes you think you're so different speeches. Just let it be there. Don't hang a lampshade over it. Don't have this stupid piece of shit dialogue. It was bad in Legend of Korra. It'll be bad here.
Or there could be a confrontation between the king and Rapunzel. And she just has this moment where she's like, oh, I miss being back in my tower. Or it's like I never left my tower. And he just has this oh shit moment.
There we go. That'd be so much better.
But yeah, the king really soured the whole thing for me. That and the ever-tired being a princess is hard thing. It's difficult to get used to it, and this is probably not going to go over well with some listeners, but I'm gonna say it. It was done better in Cinderella 2.
I never saw Cinderella 2.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that's like 3 episodes strung together, and one of them is Cinderella getting used to living in the castle. Like, all the curtains are drawn, all the food is boring, she has to wear corsets and tease her hair up high. But in the end, she makes changes that actually improve life in the castle. And yeah, it was done better there.
I was honestly expecting Rapunzel to just not go along with any of this shit. Like, you gotta wear a corset, but it's really uncomfortable. Why am I wearing this? It's tradition. Fuck you. Fuck your tradition. I'm gonna go bear hug this dignitary.
I do like how, no matter how dedicated she is to... For most of the movie, she's like, oh, I don't want to let anybody down. I'm gonna put my best foot forward. She still doesn't put on shoes.
Which is really dangerous.
Oh yeah, she just doesn't put on shoes. She still goes barefoot everywhere.
What is the thing with her being barefoot? I thought it was just because Gothel couldn't get her shoes or something.
I don't know. Probably just, she spent her whole life barefoot. She's just used to it. Maybe?
No, I mean the reason why. That was another thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way about this movie. It tried so hard to reference so many things from the original movie, like frying pans and everything. And it's just, yeah, on some level you gotta do that for, especially with like plot and everything. But like the scene where the king gets a flashback to Mother Gothel breaking into their room and stealing Rapunzel, that was creepy. That was really well done. But just like bringing up frying pans for no reason other than that was a funny thing in the first movie.
I'll tell you what was fucking funny. This isn't over. I'll be back! And then Maximus just flattens her with a door.
Yes.
I'll be back. Door! Knock knock. Who's there? The door!
Also,
I've got to insert that part in there. Remind me to put that bit into the in a minute, because I did not script anything for the door.
Okay. Yeah, Maximus and Pascal were as great as always. I love the moment where Pascal is pretending to be Rapunzel, and he just like melts as Flynn is like giving out this whole like heartfelt speech. Oh, great. I've poured my heart out to a frog.
Oh god. I thought this when I first saw it. I put it in the script. I'm standing by it. Now you're starting to make me angry. Good, because I'm just getting started. Cue Kingdom Hearts Disney boss music.
I was gonna make a joke about how Maximus slamming the door in Lady Kane's face is like, we're having none of your recurring villain shit today.
Oh yeah, like that whole sequence, just like any ill will I might have had toward it just melted when I saw that whole sequence. Well, except for Cassandra fighting with a candlestick. I'm just like, will you pick up an actual weapon?
You have so many weapons.
Why are you fighting with fans, lady?
Yeah, the fan thing was weird.
I mean, those were actual weapons at some point in history, but they fell out of fashion for a reason.
It didn't even establish, like, why these fans were dangerous. Are they just, like, normal fans? Like, if she had just, like, when she did, like, the impressive motion with them, like, haha, I have fans. If, like, blades had stuck out of them or something. They're like, oh.
She watched way too much Mulan.
Yeah.
Rapunzel, don't do anything. As your father and your king. Shut up, your majesty. There's a perfect moment for that universal contempt. As your father and your king. Oh, fuck this shit again. Don't put him in here with us.
Yeah, the king thing. The learning to be a princess thing. And yeah, those really soured the whole movie for me.
Everything would have been so much better if they had pulled the thing from, what is it, Cinderella 3? Where the king is trying to stop the prince from leaving. It's like, you are not taking another foot down these stairs. Okay. Dives out the window. That's Cinderella 3, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that would have been great. It's just, you need to Lord Ryder this shit. You need everyone to take the piss out of him.
Although I don't think Ryder would be quite as stupidly protective of his daughters.
I don't know. He did jump into a situation that got him killed specifically so Fionn could get away on an airship.
It's not, like, stupid protective. Like, he would never, like, force them to stay in the capital and not fight in a war. He trained them as warriors, unless they were, like, recovering from injuries or something, and you're like, yeah, you're gonna get killed if you go out there. Just stay here until you're better.
Let's go kill some humans! Fionn, you're missing an arm. Just lay down for 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes.
I feel like the maid. I just cleaned up this mess. Can we keep it clean for 10 minutes?
Ryder's entire life is just his job and his family. It's what he lives for. But my gosh, they just love to take everything he enjoys away from him. If he could have his way, he would just be in his office alone and reading all day, but no, he's gotta deal with work and his kids and shit.
Oh, but sweetheart, this is all the joy of having children. Shut up, Meg.
What the hell did you say to me?
Yes, dear. Oh, I just want to go up to my study and read. Oh, great, you can read Essentia a bedtime story. Fuck you.
Anyway, getting off the Dark Angel babies and onto back onto Tangled.
Hey, we're 0 for 3.
0 for 3?
We've gotten off topic 3 times now.
We always get off topic. That's like the fun thing about this podcast is like we go off topic and then we snap the viewer back into attention by saying getting back on topic.
Yeah, because it follows the flow of conversation, and then you realize how much the topic has shifted.
Yeah, we don't script these things. For those of you listening at home, we don't script these things. We have a topic, and then we turn the thing on, and then we just shoot the shit for like an hour.
Yeah. Welcome to us bonding.
Welcome to the Kloptura podcast, where we constantly go off topic, and me and Lizzie try really hard not to tear each other's clothes off.
Oh, my.
Shut up, Zane.
Both
of you shut up unless you have something to say about the movie, which I'm still not a fan of.
Yes, Lizzie.
Ew.
What?
It's only cute when Lily says that.
Says what?
Yes, Lizzie.
Have I ever said yes, Lizzie?
It's more yes, dear, but it's the same.
I usually say yes, dear, or yes, ma'am, or yes, my lord.
Ew.
What?
No.
What? I can't call you my lord?
No, I'm kink shaming.
You're like my Sith master.
Ew. No.
Okay, I have to ask, what's wrong with my lord?
Because it sounds too much like calling me Lord, like as in God. And it always has that male connotation.
Oh, I thought it was going to be, it sounds way too much like that aristocratic fascist you wrote.
No. Just...
Although I suppose those three are all the same thing.
No. Stop.
Well, I can't call you my lady. That has like completely different, equally gross connotations.
You already have enough nicknames for me. These ones are just gross.
I'm sorry. Enough? Enough. Enough!
So anyway, back onto the movie. Sorry about that, Zane. I had to pull her in line for a second.
Oh, no. No, it's fine.
Oh, come on. If we stopped aggressively flirting, people would just be very unhappy with these podcasts.
Engage the flirting.
They would just be like, where's the flirting? What happened to the flirting? So anyway, speaking of flirting, Eugene was just constantly flirting with Rapunzel the whole time.
Oh yeah, they are just adorable.
Well, that's kind of his job.
They have a massive flirtationship on top of their actual relationship.
They're just so cute.
Yeah, Rapunzel and Eugene are the cutest Disney couple that has ever come around. Like, they're just super durable, and I can't take it. Like, Rapunzel's super cute, Eugene is super cute, they're both super cute. Ah!
I feel like there's this thing in modern TV shows and movies where you either have a really cute couple or you have a really realistic couple. And, like, they never seem to get both, but here it does it. Like, these characters very clearly love each other, although I wish Rapunzel didn't outright say how much she loved Eugene, because it kind of sounds like she's trying to convince herself that she loves Eugene. But, like, they genuinely love and care about each other, and also they have realistic hurdles and challenges in their relationship.
Yeah, it was better in the movie. You were my new dream. That's the best modern Disney line.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. They got me. They got me on that.
Oh.
Yeah, when they killed Eugene in Tangled, and Rapunzel started singing the rest of the song, they actually got me, and I was just like sitting there, I was like, oh my God, they actually went and killed Eugene. You fucking played me, you bastards! And I was like, oh God damn it! It's like, yeah, I know, Resurrection's... No, this is great, but they played me. They did it. It was like it happened again with Room for Ruby. They actually played me.
Aw, spoilers.
You haven't seen Room for Ruby?
No.
Oh. Sorry about that. I thought we were all caught up.
No.
I think we've hit all the major points.
I'm okay with anything that has more Tangled. Like, more Tangled can only be a good thing, and I hope the series is gold. Gold, like Rapunzel's hair.
I'm glad it happened, don't get me wrong. I just think it could have been done better. A lot better.
It's an underwhelming pilot, yes, which is the case with a lot of shows. A lot of shows have a very underwhelming pilot. But, I mean, it's no Gem Glow. Thank God. I think the only TV show in recent memory that didn't have an underwhelming pilot was Star vs. the Forces of Evil. That had a fucking great pilot.
She's like an infusion of Rapunzel and Mabel.
This is the Princess of Muni, Star Butterfly, and then she just slides down a rail. Rail slide! Cool. It's like, oh, I'm gonna love you.
Yeah, I kind of think they took all of Rapunzel's like high octane energy from the original movie and just amplified it into Star Butterfly.
So I kind of went for Pinkie Pie and SpongeBob, but on reflection, I'll probably go with Rapunzel and Pinkie Pie.
But yeah, I like this movie well enough. I do think there's some issues with Rapunzel herself, but I'm interested to see where this series goes. I'm gonna watch it. So.
Oh yeah, of course it has issues. It's a Disney sequel. Of course, it's gonna have issues.
Yeah.
It is interesting that they went and did both. Like, they had the Disney sequel movie, and now they're going into the TV series. Kind of like with Lilo and Stitch, where they had Stitch the movie, and then they had the series.
Yeah, this was a bit of a trend back in the 90s where they would do a pilot movie and then have that go into an actual series. Like Aladdin did that. Beauty and the Beast tried to do that.
Arabian Nights, like Arabian Days. I remember The Little Mermaid had a TV series, too.
Yeah, I don't think they had a movie to pilot that, though. So
No, they didn't, because that was kind of a prequel to the movie. That was a prequel series.
But yeah, I'm excited about Tangled series. I'm eager to see what they do with Big Hero 6, and I'm hoping they do something with Zootopia.
I swear to God, if it doesn't turn out that Cassandra is crushing super hard on Rapunzel, I'm gonna throw something.
You'll ship it anyway.
There is no way that woman is not crushing hard on Rapunzel. No way. This is Frozen all over again.
That was with two sisters.
Two sisters who gave each other very, very, very strange looks. I am convinced that the sisters thing was added in like a 5th draft or something. That was like subtext going to just text.